Welcome back to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. It's the venue for the TotalEnergies BWF World Badminton Championships of 2022. Day 2 of competition, and these are the matches we've already witnessed. And we have a total of 12 matches for you on court number 1 today. Next up, after that women's doubles, we have men's singles, and it's the number 7 seed, the Asian Games gold medalist Jonatan Christie of Indonesia up against Schaefer of Germany. Well, this match is from the second quarter of the draw, and you can see that Wang Suwei of Chinese Taipei, the number 15 seed, awaits the winner of the match we are about to watch, because it may be a bit of a surprise. He's beaten Lu Guangzhou of China. You can see the scoreline, 18 and 16, but it was just 4 minutes shy of the hour mark. Cho Tien-chen, if you were with us earlier, you will have seen him beat Jason Anthony Hu of Canada. But this is our next match. It's the number 7 seed, Jonatan Christie of Indonesia up against Schaefer of Germany. Led out by the Indonesian gold medalist at the last Asian Games, which was staged in 2018 in Jakarta. Jonatan Christie, like all the Indonesian team, did not participate in the last World Championships in Huelva last December because of the global pandemic and their government's stance on players travelling. So sadly they all missed that event. So the last time that Jonatan Christie played the World Championships, he reached the quarter-final stage. That was in Basel in 2019. First meeting between these two players, as you can see, and that's not surprising.
Keep the side.
Basically, the players play different tours. Jonatan Christie is playing the World Tour, whereas Schaefer tends to play more of the international series and international challenger events. German is 29 years of age. Jonatan Christie will turn 25 next month. And for the German, well, this is his 4th consecutive World Championships. And for this man, Jonatan Christie, well, it's only his 3rd. His first was in Nanjing in 2018. He was the number 13 seed and lost in the very first round to Liu Darren from Malaysia, who went on to take the bronze medal. As I say, he was a quarter-finalist in Basel, losing out to Sai Praneeth, who won a bronze. As you saw, currently number 7 in the world ranking, has been as high as 4. And his first round, he beat Thomas Junior Popov of France. 2 straight games, 9 and 11 in 34 minutes. Had a good year so far this year as Jonatan Christie. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. As we look at Schaefer, 29-year-old from Darmstadt in the Upper Rhine Plain. 174, I had him down, it was 175, but he's about 5'9", 81 on the world ranking at the moment, has been as high as 68. Now, in his first match, he beat the bronze medalist from the 2019 World Championships, Guntapong Wangchalon of Thailand. That's a huge result, 21-19, 21-18 in 50 minutes. But more significantly, that's the first ever match that Schaefer has won at World Championships, because although at the last World Championships he was in the second round, he had a walkover in the first round, and the player he lost to in Huelva is the man that he beat in the first round here in Tokyo. So our umpire Saeed from Mauritius and Toi Sutomu is our service judge from Japan. Well, I was telling you, Jonatan Christie has had a good year so far. 10 tournaments. He's been in 3 finals. In fact, 3 finals in 3 consecutive tournaments played. Won the Swiss Super 300 event, then reached the final of the Korean Open. That was a 500 event on the HSBC BWF World Tour, and then reached the final of the Asian Championships in Manila, where he lost out to GER in the final.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Jonatan Christie, Indonesia. And on my left, Schaefer, Germany. Jonatan Christie to serve. Love all. Play.
So Jonatan Christie, the number 7 seed, gets this second round men's singles underway, and alongside me is Steve Peterson, former head coach of the Danish national team. Of course, many of the badminton fans will be very familiar with this man, Jonatan Christie, but perhaps not so familiar with Schaefer. Can you tell us a little bit about him, playing style-wise?
His playing style-wise, that's a really difficult question, because he's the German champion, I think, 2 years in a row at least, but he's quick on his feet, but not that controlling in his rallies.
3 love.
I'm not sure how to describe him.
Fast. That'll do.
Yeah.
Quick feet.
That's true. Well, his fellow countryman Max Weiskirchen, he's got a game, very sophisticated game that can either work or not work. Whilst Schaefer is more like relying on consistency, solidity. There's not a whole lot of spectacular shots you'll see. You will see efficiency first hand, but it's going to be difficult because he's playing Jonatan Christie.
Wow.
And he didn't see that one.
Yeah.
5 love.
Oh, a very, very good start by Jonatan Christie. Slightly taller than his opponent, the Indonesian, 5'10".
And out of the corner of my eye, I just caught a glimpse of Jonatan Christie playing yesterday, and that looked very good. The rallies I saw.
Oh, that's landed in.
6 love.
Yeah, I was quite surprised as we look at the German coaching bench. I was quite surprised with the scoreline of Christie's match against Toma Junior Popov.
That's right. I was just trying to figure out who it was he played.
Yes,
but it was 9 and 11.
Yeah.
And that's convincing. And Toma Popov, he's a strong player. He should be able to take advantage of the playing conditions here with a little bit heavy shovels. He should be able to score anyway. But 9 and 11, that's nothing.
Yeah.
And if Christie is in that kind of shape, then he's definitely amongst the contenders here. But let's see. So far, it's been a whirlwind start.
Yeah, it certainly has. Well, and now that's a nice shot from Schaefer.
Service over. 1-8.
And he'll be mightily relieved to get a point on the board. Starts to play on your mind, doesn't it, after a little while?
Yeah.
Service over. 9
on balance as he played that smash, even though he was leaping backwards. Just watch the movement here. Oh, we might not see it. Here we go. Look at that. Gets back behind the shuttle, then jumps in the air. And by the time he's landing, body weight moving forward in court once more. Absolutely delightful. Oh, he's done it again. That is a fantastic shot.
10-1.
Detlef Poster, the head German coach and the men's singles coach, and I forgot his name.
It's Wang Su Yang.
Wang Su Yang, that's right. He's been working in Germany for many, many years.
Well, this all happened in double quick time. Barely 5 minutes played, and 11-1 the advantage at the mid-game interval in favour of Jonatan Christie. Indonesian men's singles coach.
Kalau kamu udah buka, 60-nya kamu jaga dia kencang. Ada satu tajam doang. Itu tadi bolanya agak sedikit panjang aja. Lebihnya dia panjang. Jadi jaga defense-nya udah.
20 seconds.
He was a fine singles player in his day, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Costa. It seems not that long ago to me.
Me neither, but it is because he's on his second stint as head coach in the national team.
Yeah, we're showing our own age then, Sting. Change the subject quick. That's pushed long.
There's some similarities in the playing style. It's just, in my opinion, different levels, but there's some similarities in the playing styles, which makes it hard for Schaefer, because everything that he can do, Jonatan Christie can do even better.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lovely, lovely drop shot from Schaefer. Now, Steen, I mean, obviously, when a player is 11-1 down at the mid-game interval, things are not looking too rosy, are they? So,
no.
With your experience as a coach, what would you say to a player, you know, to try and get them to play themselves into the match and just settle so that they can start afresh for the second game? How do you calm them down?
We've got to find a way to sort of score some points. It also depends how it is, because there's actually been rallies, but he hasn't been able to score, so obviously he needs to change his style a little bit, try and control it a little bit more. It's not easy. In fact, I don't think it can be done. I don't think Claire can do it here, but you have to try it and see if you can get a little bit of confidence into the second game, and see if you can pick up on a few shots that seems to work. We saw that drop shot. Maybe we can find something there that can sort of give us some good opportunities, not necessarily points, because the points here could look ugly in the end.
Good reactions.
Service over, 3-14.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole essence of why I asked the question, because the point score line is like, well, it's looking ugly at the moment, isn't it? And Kai Schaefer, there's no question, he's trying his best. It just isn't working at the moment. But, you know, that previous rally when he had good reactions, that'll help settle any nerves that there are.
Yeah. But it also depends on what the pre-match discussions have been. I mean,
Brilliant.
Are we
That's found
aware?
the line.
Are we aware that Jonatan Christie is actually possibly really good at the moment? So have we foreseen that this could happen, or are we going in with a game plan to really give us belief that we can win? And I think there's a big difference. Wang Charoen, like he played yesterday, is a player with very little confidence at the moment.
Yeah,
he hasn't played well,
isn't he?
Time, so there's a lot bigger opportunities of winning there.
But as a coach, you would rather be honest and say to your player, well, we know your opponent's playing well, so if you had an opponent up against Victor Axelsen, who's only lost one match in 2022,
yeah.
you wouldn't try and sort of brush over it. You'd say, he is playing well at the moment.
Yeah.
So things could get tricky, but what I want you to do, good rally again, good rally, is focus on this and that and the next thing. So you're honest with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hesitating a little bit because I can't really rule out that one single time I would sort of avoid telling the exact truth about how
it was. It depends on the character of your player.
Yeah, and also how close do I think they are, and because we don't know until we get go on court. Maybe you show up with a big bandage on the knee, and suddenly opportunities occur that you didn't count on.
Yeah.
And the only thing that Kai can control here, he can't control how good his opponents are. He can only control about how he reacts to it.
Yeah.
And he can go in and try to score points and make the scoreline look good. And that means that it probably will be a very short match, and some winners and some many more actually mistakes, because he's going for the winners. Or he can go in and say, okay, I want to play
look at the body language
as good as I can. But you can see Wang is smiling and saying, yeah, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
he's just too good.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then also waiting for this phase here where Christie is sort of, Jonatan Christie now knows that he's going to win this match. He knows it now. 18-4 in the first game against a player that's 81 in the ranking. Hasn't done anything big in terms of World Tour before. He knows he's going to win, so he's going to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, well, that certainly didn't help Schaefer's cause, a service error. That's nice.
Good shot.
So,
20
after just 12 minutes into the match, we have game point opportunities for Jonatan Christie. And converts on his first. 21-4 opening game.
Won by Jonatan Christie, 21-4.
12 minutes of play. An impressive start to the match from this man, Jonatan Christie. It's the final rally of the opening game. Tight spinning net shot forced the short lift. In fact, the lift deflected badly by the net cord. At a simple put away in the end.
Beine schnell, aber Schläge so, dass er erst laufen muss, bevor er schlagen kann. Und natürlich macht er dann auch aus dem Lauf manchmal noch verzögert und so, wenn er dich damit erwischt, hau ihm das Ding unter die Decke, Richtung Zentrum zwischen die Naht. Scheißegal, ist halt so. Genau, der hat einen Strahl, Wind ist anders als okay. Einmal Kopf hoch, alles zu ihm kommen. So, einmal hoch. Ja.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Love all. Play.
So Jonatan Christie, having won that opening game very convincingly, 21-4, gets the second game underway against Germany's Schaefer. Steen, I know you were trying to listen in to the German coach there. You understand a little bit of German, don't you? So did you manage to catch anything?
Not a lot. I think it was something that when he plays his shots, he should try and get Christie to move before he gets to it. So that's you see that's played directly into it. Now he's got to move a little bit. Gives us a chance to look at how well Christie is sort of staying in the middle of the court, staying centralized and able to cover. The good smash there from Schaefer.
Yeah, it was a wonderful smash.
It could also be one of the areas that you could emphasize when you're in good position at the net and go for it a little bit sharper than you normally do, because you need that at this level here.
Yeah.
You need to be sharper in pretty much every part of your game. Good shot.
Yeah, that's a beauty. Straight down the line. I was talking about that when Momota was playing Munoz of Mexico. Last match on last night that I called, and saying that if you're going to play it loose at the net, it's going to be punished. So you might as well go for the tight one. You might as well go for the you know, the perfect shot.
And who knows? I mean, this is a good start here. So even if perhaps it won't get an impact on this match, but maybe you can actually do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, why not take the chance?
Yeah. Well, he certainly did in that rally, Schaefer. Paid dividends.
And it's a little bit of a... It's not a tough situation, but it's a little bit of a situation of concern for Christie, because what have they discussed during the interval? I mean, you won the first game 21-4. So how do you continue? I think the way to continue is to play very close to your best, because you can spend some energy anyway, and you're just going to play more rallies if you're not close to your best, and you want to sort of build self-confidence and also show your opponents that, hey, that Christie guy is actually in quite good shape at the moment, it seems like.
Yeah.
4-3.
But it can sometimes be difficult to continue on the same level, because you have this feeling that I can win this, I can get by it without spending too much energy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good work by Schaefer. Well-known player from Germany, has ever medalled in the men's singles discipline at the World Championships. In fact, Germany have a total of 4 World Championship medals across all 5 disciplines, but all 4 medals were bronze, and they all came in the women's singles. It's 3 different players.
Yeah.
Zhu Weiwen, 2 bronze for her. Petra Overzea and Juliana Schaefer. Good rally. Yeah. This rally of the match so far.
Service over 5-4.
He's looking back at the court because there was a very slight slip. I'm not surprised after that excellent dive. Yeah, there's the look back.
Thank you. Kai on court.
Number of
Quick towel,
medals
quick
for
towel.
Indonesian men's singles players over the years, Steen?
Oh, that's many.
Yeah, it is many. You're right.
I think 3 times they've won all 4 medals, right?
I'd have to check on that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's
26 medals in total.
In men's singles?
In men's singles,
Wow.
6 golds.
Yeah.
First was Rudi Hartono in an all-Indonesian final in Jakarta in the second World Championships in 1980. But the last medal has been some considerable time ago. The last medal was in Copenhagen 8 years ago. Tommy Sugiarto, a bronze. Lost to Chen Long, who then went on to win the gold.
Play.
That's given the status of Indonesian badminton and the fact that in the interim period last year they won the Thomas Cup. You know, it's the Indonesian fans will be very much hoping that maybe this year.
They would not be hoping, they would be demanding.
Oh, good defence initially from Ty Schaefer.
6-5.
But there's a lot of pressure on the Indonesian players, and badminton has developed a lot.
Yes. Last gold medal was 17 years ago.
It was Taufik.
Yeah. Beat Lin Dan in the final in Anaheim.
Seven, 5. Changes.
Yeah, so both Tommy Sugiarto and his dad has a World Championship medal.
A medal each, yes.
Yeah.
Of course, Ichuk Sugiarto won gold in Copenhagen in '83. Oh, that's unlucky. I like the commitment to go forward and really challenge for that and go for the kill.
Quick towel.
Only
Kai,
female
quick
player
towel.
to follow a parent and win a World Championship medal. I think I'm right in this. I better just double check. I might be getting enough information.
No, I'll pass on it.
No, you know it, really.
Yeah. I'm just under so much pressure to come up with something now. I would think...
Sung Ji-hyun.
yeah, of course. I was thinking that it was going to be a Korean, but she was not in my mind.
That's... Oof, that was only wide by a whisker. Haven't had a challenge yet in this match, have we? Five straight points.
Yeah, and the German challenge here in the second game is suffering a setback. And smash power is one of the issues for Schaefer.
So it's a 6-point advantage at the mid-game interval here in the second game, having already won the first.
Jadi dari dorong kamu tuh, yang penting jangan datar, karena dia agak pendek. Jadi kalau datar di sini, dia langsung nembak. Sebenarnya nggak apa-apa, kalau kamu siap ya. Tapi kalau bisa tadi kan dia nggak enak, mati sendiri. Ya. Nah kedua kalau bisa pas dia komersi lanjut, jadi dia
Und dann einmal explodieren, wenn eine Chance kommt, nachsetzen, wenn wir ihn wieder aufbauen. Wenn du viel spielst mit dem Tempo wie ein Smash. Bap. Probier's.
We seem to come into that a little late. I don't suppose you managed to pick any of it up.
Not at all. They also spoke way too fast for me.
11-5.
I like the, you know, the attitude of Kai Schaefer in this second game. You know, despite being overwhelmed in the opening game, he's come out fighting. Yeah, he's lost the last 6 points, but he is a real worker on court, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I wasn't going to say it ahead of the match because it could have sounded sort of like condescending, but it's not meant in that way. But he's just really making it difficult for the opponents to score when he plays at the European level. And perhaps this is also sort of giving him the inspiration and confidence to start working on sophisticating this game a little bit.
Yeah.
Sound up here, so the smashes from Schaefer gets a little bit more bite in my ears.
Service over. 13-7. Quick towel, cut. Quick towel. Players on court. Thank you.
But sort of following up on the glimpses I caught of Christie yesterday, I still think it looks very solid, his game. A bit like when he won that, was it Swiss?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Swiss he won.
Beat Pranay in the final.
Yeah. I think that the Indonesians have been blessed with players that were pretty much always, when they entered tournaments, in good shape. But now there's so many tournaments, so you can't just be in top shape in every tournament. And especially, I think it's important for both Christie and Ginting that they really have to have had a good period of practice to be at their very best. That's not exactly the correct spelling, but they have to target tournaments.
Yeah.
We saw them in 18.
Oh, that's a super shot at the end of a wonderful rally. That's one of the best shots that Kai Schaefer has played all day. Look at the desperation defence again. Final slice.
Thank you.
Just to finish the 2018 story, we saw them in the World Championships in Nanjing. Christie and Ginting didn't make any impact of the tournament, and then 2 weeks later they were there for the Asian Games on home soil.
Yeah.
That's what they were targeting.
I think, in fairness to all players, I think that with the global pandemic and disrupted calendar, badminton calendar that is, of tournaments over the past 2 years, whenever there's been a tournament that's happened, everybody wants to play.
Everybody's played because you don't know where the next one is going to be.
Exactly. So players haven't been able to plan and target in the way that, you know, you're suggesting that perhaps they should, simply because of where we've been in world terms.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think that they should plan and target every tournament. I like the players to play many tournaments. We just need to come to an understanding that sometimes you can beat Christie, sometimes you can beat Axelsen. Just like we see in the tennis circuit, that there are tournaments where Federer, Djokovic, or Nadal doesn't win tournaments because that's not the tournaments they're targeting, but they're playing in it. I actually think the best example, not a good smash from Schaefer there.
Yeah.
Best example of this was Axelsen losing in the semi-final of German Open to Laxisen, because his target was the All England the week after.
That's a magnificent smash. We saw that a couple of times in the opening game, where he's really behind the shuttle before he jumps in the air. Look at that. Wonderful.
Can you show him, Jonathan?
Yeah, and even Kai Schaefer has a smile because he knows how good that shot was from his opponent.
Thank you.
I like that as well, the fact that the coaches, especially Wang, was smiling at his player.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you've just got to say, your opponent played a good shot. Accept it. Carry on. That's wonderful. Previous rally, the smash from Jonatan Christie from that same position was played across court with an acute angle, that time straight down the line. And it means that Kai Schaefer can't really try and anticipate and has to try and cover both, which is virtually impossible. Beautiful. Threaded it down the line.
Jonatan Christie challenges
challenging.
called in.
Well, I saw that as in. But we will wait for the instant review to tell us for sure.
Yeah.
Perfect smash. Well done.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 12-16. Play. Service over. 17-12. Change.
thing we should, thumping his chest there is to say to himself, come on, keep playing with heart and soul. Well,
yeah,
I think
because then he can take a positive feeling.
Yeah, but I think he's done that.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the opening game where he was outclassed, I think he still played with heart and soul.
Landed it.
Yeah, that's a great shot. I suppose we ought to consider the fact that he played a match yesterday, 10 minutes shy of the hour mark. Huge result for him, beating Guntapon Wangchalon. Whereas for Jonatan Christie, you know, a much easier match. I don't think the physicality is going to come into it that much. But Jonatan Christie, was he on court 1 or was he on court 2?
He was on court 2.
He was on court 2. I think Kai Schaefer may have been as well, was he?
That's a possibility.
Yeah. So, okay, they're both playing on court number 1 for the first time. Not that I think there's a lot of difference between 1 and 2, is there?
I think there is. I talked to some of the coaches, and they say that all 4 courts are very different.
Width-wise.
Yeah. I didn't ask them
for specifics.
No.
Oh, that's
well played.
Wonderful shot.
Service over, 14-18.
And
Good disguise.
So important also in terms of the future how Kai Schaefer evaluates this match here, because if he goes back to Germany and says, had I just been able to get that second game against Christie, I might have had a chance. No. This is not Christie from the first game. This is Christie knowing that he's winning. Otherwise, it would have been a bigger deficit had they played a fresh game again for an ice cream or whatever. But praising himself for playing a good tournament, beating Wangchalon, giving a good performance here, getting motivation from that, inspiration. That's how he should look at it.
Oh, he's found the corner. That's perfect from Jonatan Christie. And a wonderful way to bring up match point opportunities. Yeah, defiance. I like that.
Service over, 15-20.
Still fighting.
16-20.
2 match points come and gone. Another 4 remain for Christie. Match point opportunity. Jonatan Christie converts and beats Kai Schaefer of Germany.
Match won by Jonatan Christie.
21-16.
21-4, 21-16.
That scoreline just confirmed by the umpire. 38 minutes in a total for the match. Much, much better second game as far as Kai Schaefer was concerned. That opening game by Jonatan Christie, well, he looked like a man on a mission. Here's the final rally. The acute angle. There, lift was a little short. It was only going to land on about the doubles service line. So safely through to the third round. Jonatan Christie with his victory over Schaefer. 21-4, 21-16. So Jonatan Christie will play against number 15 seed, Wang Su-wei of Chinese Taipei in the third round. Well, coming up next, we have mixed doubles, and it's Jongko and Pulsampran, the number 14 seeds from Thailand, and they're up against the Indian combination of Bhatnagar and Cresto.